Hey, Chad. How are you? How was the off season for you? What's it like to just kind of get back running again in this situation, this COVID environment?
Yeah, no, the off season was good. Was able to still get the normal work that I do. Started throwing probably a little bit earlier, so that was good to, I guess, get off the mound more than normal coming into camp. But I think just experiencing last year a little bit. So the COVID protocols are, I mean, pretty much the same. So that really hasn't been an adjustment. Yeah, but it's just nice getting back into the swing of things and just kind of building that routine again and just kind of going from there.
Thank you.
Meredith Marakovitz, you have the next question. Go ahead.
Hey, Chad, you mentioned that you started throwing earlier. What went into that decision? And did you change anything else about your off-season routine?
No, I would say I didn't really change too much. Workouts were still the same. Throwing was still the same, just a little bit earlier, just with the volume not being what it has been in the past. I felt like I was able to ramp it up a little bit earlier than I normally do. So that was kind of the thought process behind that, and just able to get off the mound more, be able to work on some more things, get into the delivery a little bit sooner than probably I normally do. So it's just trying to feel better overall.
Is there anything specifically you're working on this spring? You're focusing on?
It's just going to try to get into the mechanics as early as possible. So it's trying not to search for anything too long. So just trying to be able to repeat my mechanics as soon as possible. That's kind of the main goal, and that's kind of the main goal this offseason. Just kind of get as many reps as I can, and hopefully it works out.
Take another from Sweeney Murdy. Sweeney, go ahead and unmute.
Chad, it's good to see you. We've talked a lot to people about the increase in workload for the starting pitchers, going from the 60-game season back to 162. Is it much of an impact for a reliever? Do you think about maybe, tripling your workload from last year? Is that something you have to think about?
I don't think about it too much. I think it's going to be, I think it's just going to be a guy-to-guy thing. I think everybody's going to be different. So it's just going to be communicating with the staff and how you're feeling on that particular day. If you've gone back-to-back days, so I think it's just going to be a continued conversation throughout the year about how you're feeling, and that might be something that we just do more of this year than we have done in the past. Not that we didn't do it before, but it just might be more of a conversation this year.
And it's going to be a little while, I guess, before the pitchers get together with position players, since you guys are separate spots. How important is the interaction that you guys have with position players, whether it's team camaraderie or feedback you're looking to get from your own pitches? How important is that group to what you are trying to accomplish?
No, that's huge. I mean, I think the quicker that we're able to get their feedback, I mean, you can throw as many bullpens as you want, but until you see a hitter's reaction, and especially hitters in our lineup, just being able to throw to those guys for a couple weeks, they can give you some great feedback. So it's going to be huge when they get here, and I know we're going to start throwing to them here pretty soon. So it's going to be nice to get their feedback and see what they think.
Thank you.
We take another from Marley Rivera.
Hi, Chad. It's good to see you. Chad, obviously your rotation has a huge revamp, right? You guys lost 3 pitchers in free agency. And what do you think of the new acquisitions and maybe all the question marks that there are, because particularly for Tallion and Kluber, because of how little they've pitched in the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think you just kind of have to go off what they've done since they've been injured and kind of their track record. I mean, you're talking guys who can throw 200 innings. I mean, when they're healthy. So it's and guys that have been aces on their own staff. So to be able to add those guys in is huge. I mean, and I think a lot of people can learn a lot from them. I mean, I think they've gone through some mechanical changes, and it's going to be fun to watch them work and try to get to know them.
And what is that addition like of Darren O'Day to the group of your bullpen?
Yeah, I mean, just for the short amount of time that I've got to know him, he seems great. So it's just he's a great guy to talk to. I think he's gonna be a great leader in our bullpen with so much experience. So I'm excited to get to work with him, get to know him, and see what he can bring.
Take a couple more. We have Higgy waiting outside the door. We'll take Brendan Cuddy. Please unmute.
Chad, thanks for taking the time, and good to see you. I know that there's been talk about Justin Wilson being, signing with you guys. You were traded for him. Is there any relationship there? Have you guys talked about that? Do you know him at all? What's that going to be like?
Yeah, I do not know him, so it'll definitely be a little full circle moment, I think, when I actually do meet him. Just because I guess, yeah, that's who I was traded for, me and Sessa. So it's going to be obviously maybe a little weird at first, just because he was gone. We came in but yeah, I'm excited to get to know him, and I hear great things about him from guys, because we have a lot of guys in our clubhouse who have played with him. So it's going to be, yeah, I'm excited to get to know him.
Is that something that, as a player who's been traded before, do you think about the person who you were traded for and, what you'd ask them, or has that ever crossed your mind before?
I mean, I think so, but I mean, at the time I was so young. I wasn't in the big leagues. So I didn't really know how the business worked at that point. So it'll be fun to talk to him and see what he was thinking at that time. And I know it's now 6 years ago or whatever it was, but yeah, it'll be fun to talk to him about kind of what he was going through during that time. Because I was so young, I didn't really know what was going on. So.
Okay, Chad, thanks for the time. We'll have Higgy.